Hey guys, it's Shane Kidwell back with another discussion around technology. And this week we're going in a different direction. We're talking about a smartwatch and how you can leverage data and personal accountability to really help make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Because if you've ever had a time in your career as an originator where you weren't at your best, you can probably trace back several decisions you made on your health that also impacted your ability to originate well. And I'm here with a great friend of mine, a contributor, Candido, who is all about the smartwatch. Tell us a little bit more about how you leverage this and which one are you using?
So I'm using the Apple smartwatch.
Okay, good man, good
And
man.
yeah, and for me, and let's face it, Shane, it's not if, it's when, in this business, when you're going through a rough spot. Look, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. But for me, it starts with mindset, right? So, I'm a part of an accountability group, and, I kind of drag them along into this challenge. And it could be smart, start small. For me, I aim for 10,000 steps every single day. I get a majority of that in the morning, I track it simply on here. So, it's not something that you would necessarily think about, but for me, it starts every single day with this smartwatch, because it really is all about getting in the right mindset so you can go on and have a productive day, right? So while I'm sitting there, and well, I'm not sitting, but while I'm actually going through my workout, I'm watching a podcast, or I'm listening to something educational. I do that Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends while I'm working out, I allow myself to watch sports or whatever during that time. But it truly sets me up for having a successful day, all because I'm tracking my steps on my smartwatch.
Well, and there are some other ways you can leverage a smartwatch, and I love that. And there's a doctor on Instagram who sells supplements, and he gives out free information every day. And one of the things he's constantly talking about is there are so many studies that show that people who live longer, live healthier, do at least 10,000 steps a day. So I love that you're doing that. It also will tell you when you've sat for too long. And there are so many studies about how long you can effectively get something done. Inside our coaching group, we talk about the Pomodoro timer a lot. And you can actually kind of build that into your smartwatch. You'll say, hey, you've been sitting, you need to stand and take a break, which is good because if you've been sitting that long, your brain is also sitting and is not at its peak. And so that's great. I also like to use my smartwatch as a remote control for my camera. And so for me, like we've talked about this a bunch on other TED Talks about the tech talks. I can't say TED Talk, probably gonna get in trouble, but we talked about like creating video and creating content. But like, how do you do that? How do you set up your camera? And one of the easiest ways is just to have the remote on your watch. You get everything set up. You can press your watch. It's below the frame of the camera. It's another great way to use a smartwatch.
Phenomenal. I do the same thing, man. I try to look. I feel like I was in the Stone Ages before I actually knew it. It's incredible.
Well, guys, there's some amazing technologies out there that you may not even be thinking about in your business that can also help you take your business to the next level. We'll see you next time.
For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to nationalmortgageprofessional.com.